Well, family, I knew this was coming. I knew that Umar Johnson was going to eventually run this play. He's ran as far as he can go before now he has to come out and be transparent because he's gotten exposed. Now we're finding out that because I had already asked this question, like, who's paying the taxes on these buildings? I said that in, like 3 streams ago. Like, who's paying the taxes? So now we find out that he's like $78,000 in the rears and back taxes, right? And he went live, right? He's spoken out about this now, and he's saying that for 4 months they were sending letters and emails trying to hear back from the bank, but the bank wasn't saying anything, right? So he knew about this the whole time. He was never transparent. He never came out. He never said anything. Now we know that this man collected over $1.6 million, right, since 2000, what, 10? Right, 2009, something like that, right? He says 2014, but since he's been collecting money for a long time, he spent about $400,000 buying 2 buildings, right? So there should have been like at least $1.2 million left. He did some renovations to the buildings and stuff like that. But he ran that play because he knew that this was coming down the pike, but he didn't tell nobody. I mean, there was no transparency. So now he started coming out with his bank accounts have been frozen. We know that he was mixed up in all kinds of controversies with all this stuff going on with his daughter, the baby moms, the situation with his mama, the situation with the woman he on there talking about her private parts. Doesn't smell delightful. He's saying all kinds of weirdo stuff online while collecting money for the public because he wants to open up a school for your children. And this is the way that he's carrying on, right? But he knew that this was coming, right? So he had to try to find it out. Now he's blaming racism. Now he's saying if he was white, they wouldn't have treated him like that, right? They wouldn't have treated the Prince of Pan-Africanism this way. But I knew that he was going to do this to rock the people back to sleep. Now, if y'all still like listening to this foolishness without him producing nothing, then it's shame on you guys, because he came to social media to respond to all the backlash that he's been getting now, right? Because it's really hitting home now. Because now he has to show and prove, and he doesn't have the ability. Where he doesn't have that money, that's why he said they froze his account. Check this out.
Special announcement. Fdmg Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Fdmg Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against Fdmg and Dr. Umar Tunde. We are fighting this war against Fdmg and Dr. Umar Tunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape.
Family, we can't be this stupid. I told you this guy has mental health issues, man. He collected over $1.6 million for these schools. He purchased it. He had over $1 million left over. When you open up a school, you have to have a staff. Not just teachers. You have to have people that run the administration. You have to have people behind the scenes, lawyers, people that understand how the money works and where money is being allocated throughout the school for the school to function. You have to have all those things in place. Where's his secretary, right? Where's his lawyers, his attorneys, all these different things, right? Because if he collected money, that stuff should have been paid already. Why is that stuff back? Why is the taxes and everything backed up when you're still collecting money from the public and you're saying that we're about to open up the school? Why is the school in the rears in the first place, right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, he has the audacity to come on here. What do you think, we stupid? You collected, you got this big fund that you collected. We shouldn't be having this conversation. Because your secretary and the people that's employed that works for you should have already handled that. But he wasn't finished insulting our intelligence. He doubled down by doing this.
Brothers and sisters, I want y'all to get ready for a protest. I want all Fdmg donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers and sisters. We may have to march on City Hall because of the racism. I'm going to call it what it is, racism. Discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going to sell our schools? Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply our vacant property registration fee waiver? I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad. I knew that the power structure, I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community. They love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and Fdmg. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware. We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall because this is wrong, brothers and sisters. I have emailed the mayor. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one. We're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware, our donors and supporters across the United States, and our donors and supporters across the entire planet. We may have to march on Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this.
So this guy's saying he has a team, and he gonna have his whole team come out, and they're gonna protest and march on Delaware, right? Where's your team? How come you the only person that speak? Where's your spokesman at? This damn fly. Where's your spokesman at? Right? Where's the person that comes out that speaks for you? You know, that speaks for you. Because there is no team. This is a whole grift. This is a whole grift. My whole thing is you collected over $1 million. This stuff should have been paid. You already, see, this is the thing. He know what he wasn't paying. He knows that he had, listen, I own my house. If I ain't paying my bills, if I'm not paying my taxes, right? If I know I go X amount of years and I haven't paid any taxes, I owe taxes. If I don't pay my electric bill, I owe the electric bill. Like, who you think you talking to? So now you go to March. Now it's about race. This ain't got nothing to do with no damn race. They got everything to do with a person that's just trying to run a school that don't know what the hell he's doing. That don't know what he's doing. But he wasn't finished.
If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. How dare you ignore us for 4 months and then put a sign on our door without even telling us that you're going to sell our properties? Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive an email? Why didn't we receive a phone call? Oh, we not going to quit. We not going to give in. The only thing left on the elementary school is to lay down the tile. We're going to lay down this tile and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. And if we have trouble getting our inspection and certificate of occupancy, we will have to march. We will have to march. We might march anyway, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We need y'all to call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the city council president of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the commissioner of license and inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the vacant property office of Wilmington, Delaware, and demand that those unjust fees be removed from our account. Let them know that you are a donor of Fdmg. Let them know you are a supporter of Fdmg. And let them know that if this situation is not rectified, we will march on the city and we will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware for racism and discriminatory treatment. This is your brother, Dr. Umar Tunde, letting you know that I'm still standing for black people. I'm still riding for black boys, and we will open the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. No racism from the city of Wilmington will stop us. No sabotage from the city of Wilmington will stop us. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor's chief of staff. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the commissioner for license and inspections. Tomorrow morning, call the city council president of Wilmington and ask them, why was Dr. Umar in Fdmg ignored for 4 months when he was trying to rectify this problem? Why was Dr. Umar in Fdmg Academy ignored for 4 months while he was trying to rectify this problem? Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. We will not retroactively apply your vacant property registration fee waiver. No problem. We could have got a payment plan. No problem. We could have got a payment plan.
So now he has to salute. So he's saying that call the mayor's office, call the governor, call my mama, call everybody. God damn it, call everybody. We're gonna take this because this is racism. My whole thing is, if this was racism, Umar, if this was racism, why are you asking for a payment plan? If your civil rights is being violated, right, then you would say, I'm not paying nothing. I got my lawyer, we're going to court. They froze my account and took my money. No, you were negligent. It has nothing to do with race. You making Pan-Africanism look horrible. You making black people look horrible. So now you saluting. You're saying you want people to come all out from all over the country and come march down Delaware with you. You want them to do all this. And the sad part is, you're asking people now to help foot this bill. See, this is the thing. You asking people to come help foot the bill for you because you lied and said they froze your account because you don't have the money. So now you need people to come foot the bill again. I keep trying to tell you guys that this guy isn't wrapped too tight. He ain't wrapped too tight. I keep telling y'all this, man. I keep telling you guys this. Oh my God, man. Listen, this dude is crazy, man. But again, right? He not finished, man. He not finished. This is pure mental health issues, man. Check it out.
No problem. We could have got a payment plan. But instead of responding to me the first week of April, they ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend. They ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend saying we're going to sell these schools if you don't pay our money. We're not going to email you. We're not going to send you a letter in the mail. We're not going to call you. We're going to put a letter on your door that somebody can take and run off with, as somebody did. They took the letter off the high school and sent it to YouTube, the struggle streamers. What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? Brothers and sisters, we need your donation so we can pay this bill. They say we owe $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe $20,000 on the high school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the high school. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. We need y'all to help us pay this bill. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. But if we don't, y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. You don't have to root for me, brother. I don't need you. I got more than enough supporters. But I want everybody to know that there might be a protest soon. We need you to come in from Africa, from Europe, from Australia, from Canada, to come in from all the 50 states and show the city of Wilmington, Delaware. You will not disrespect black people. You will not sabotage black people. You will not discriminate against black people. And you will not try to steal property from black people. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde, standing strong, Leo season. We will not quit. We will not abdicate. We will not equivocate. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Garveyism to get back. Pan-Africanism to perish. See you in Nat Turner land. See you in New Orleans. See you in Hattiesburg.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. We emailed them for 4 months and they never responded. We emailed them for 4 months. They never responded. We emailed them for 4 months. They never responded. We owe $20,000 on the high school. $20,000. We owe $20,000 on the high school, ladies and gentlemen. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. We're going to need you guys to donate this money because we got to save this school. Even though I didn't know what I was doing and I was collecting money and I was buying midget strippers for the last 5 years. Don't worry about none of that, ladies and gentlemen. I was going behind the scenes, sleeping with snow bunnies as I was traveling the world with the money that you guys was donating. But don't worry about that. I need some more money now. I need some more of your money because the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy has to be saved in the name of Pan-Africanism and pro-blackism. We got to save this school. We're going to march. We're going to be rooting and tooting and looting and doing all kinds of things we got to do to save this school because you're not going to disrespect black people. That's what he sound like, y'all. That's exactly what he sound like. That's what he sound like, y'all. That's what he sound like. That's what he sound like. This guy ain't right in the head, man. He not right in the head. Listen, there's no way in the world you got a staff and y'all didn't see this coming down the pipe. You need to fire that whole staff. You need to you need to do clean house. You need to clean. Like, who do you think you talking to? He really think y'all dumb. He got these people from all over the world. Well, if you got these people from all over the world, you should have been transparent with them months ago when you was emailing them and they didn't respond to you for 4 months. You should already had that money to pay. We shouldn't be having this conversation right now. Again, he can say this to anybody. He's not street smart, right? At all. Because he wouldn't be coming before the public saying what he's saying, right? So he's saying there's some YouTubian struggle streamers. So he's saying there's some YouTubian struggle streamers. So he's saying that some YouTubian struggle streamers went to the school and snatched the notice off the door. You already had the notice, Umar. That's why you was emailing the banks and sending letters to the banks. Well, your staff was that don't exist. Your AI staff, right? Your AI staff. How come you don't hire none of the midget strippers you deal with to go just help you administrate and do all the things that you need to do, Dr. Umar? Like, man, this thing is goofy, man. Real freaking goofy. And it's embarrassing, man. And I told you guys, we got a whole lot of leaders, so-called leaders, and Prince of Pan-Africanists, but not enough actual people that's doers, that get the job done. People out here that really go do work for real. And this guy's holding the mirror up to the black community because he's a direct reflection of the mindset of a lot of our people in the community. And this is why he's able to flourish. So while we make jokes about it, no, this is serious. This guy's a joke. He's a joke. And he needs to be put in his place. He ain't taking no accountability for nothing. Nothing. Right in front of y'all faces. You know why he's doing that? Because he don't have to. He don't have to. But I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.